How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Cooking with Rita and Aiden. Today we're preparing the ultimate Christmas dinner for you guys. We're cooking up everything from turkey,
lamb leg.
Thank you, Aiden. Pork tenderloin, some green beans,
mac and cheese, cornbread.
There we go. That's it? And a bunch of desserts. So let's get cooking. Okay, in order to make sure that this party is successful and I am prepped and ready and have everything ready to go, we are prepping all of our meats before. Tonight we're doing the turkey. It's nicely cleaned. We went ahead and butterfly it because it's going to take up less time to cook. Normally, if it's a whole turkey in the oven, you need at least 3 hours plus, depending on your size. I think we have about an 8-pound turkey today, and so it's going to cook a lot faster, maybe an hour and a half tops, hour 40 minutes. So we're just slashing out some time. That's going to work out great for our schedule because we got a lot to do. So we're going to get seasoning, but I'm not going to be doing any of the seasoning tonight. I'm going to turn it all over to Derek, and he's going to get his hand in there. Okay, so to get started, we're doing a dry rub, like we said before. It's not your typical dry rub. We're going to switch things up a little, and we're going to go for a barbecue flavored. So we're going to start with salt, generous amount, because you want your bird to be nicely seasoned. I should say that we brine our bird as well. Brine for 24 hours with a regular brine seasoning that would go on there. I have a full recipe for that, and I will plug a video for you guys right up here. Okay, so we got salt, pepper, we got some garlic, granulated garlic. Okay, going in with some chopped onions. Okay, I'm gonna hand you some brown sugar. Just a little bit, not too much. And this last month we had the pleasure of going to Dallas and went to the best barbecue house in the state, I would say, and got us some Terry Black. So we're gonna be seasoning with some Terry Black. I am not sponsored by Terry Black or anybody. Just want to get that out there, but we're seasoning with this. So
generous amount, and we'll
make up the wings so I get under. Your recipe nicely seasoned. That's gonna be the best part. Everybody eats. Now it's time to get some butter. We're gonna inject some butter in different places. So our meat is gonna be nice and moist on the inside.
This is the butter and garlic mix that we do.
Yeah, and this is gonna sit overnight like this. Tomorrow, in the morning, I'm gonna also add in some fresh herbs like our rosemary, some thyme, and fresh garlic, like fresh chopped grated garlic. Just want to inject it, especially in the breast area. Oh, you can see it.
Swelling up already.
I think we have enough Terry Black on there, though. Just a little bit more everywhere. We got enough? We're going to move on to our turkey, which we seasoned last night. This is not like a full-blown barbecue turkey. We're still going to put some of those traditional flavors in there, like our rosemary and our thyme. So I'm just going to finish with some olive oil on the top, because we didn't put any when we prepped last night, right? We only put butter and all the dry rubs. And then some of our fresh herbs on the top. Just want to get everything in there. And we're going to put some oranges underneath. So I'm going to just pick it up, and Derek's going to help me. Put some oranges underneath.
Spread them out.
That should be good. Get our foil wrap on here, and this is going in the oven at the temperature 375 for about an hour and a half as well. Because we butterfly it, we should not need so much time, but of course we're going to temperature check it as we go along. All right, our turkey baked for an hour and 45 minutes. We're at the right temperature that we're looking for, so we're just going to go ahead and get everything cut up and laid in our platter. As you could see, it's very juicy, moist, came out perfectly cooked. So we're just going to finish this up and get some garnish on it, which is just some fresh rosemary I garnish with, and drizzle some of the gravy from the pan that it was baking on, and final finish with some pomegranate. And that is it for our turkey. We're gonna move on to the next dish. Okay, it's time to season our pork, and we have pork loin, and we're gonna be butterflying it and then stuffing and rolling with some rosemary, goat cheese, some cranberry, and some other spices. So Derek is going to help me butterfly and tenderize the meat, and then I will get all the seasoning ready in the meantime. So, you good? All right, it's time to start seasoning our pork loin. Derek went ahead and did a great job um, cutting it for me. So I'm gonna just start with some salt on the outside, and then I'm just gonna work my way in, kind of cut it in a few different parts so we could season all the layers and the flavors, and we'll be popping through in every part of it. So we have salt. We're gonna do some black pepper. I'm just gonna squirt some on. I'm using regular mustard. Some rosemary, because we need all those herbs in here. Some sage. And then I'm going to flip it over and do the same on this side. And then we'll go back in once I have everything in and work it in with both hands. Just so I'm not contaminating my seasoning right now by using both hands. And we have some time as well. Okay, so that's it for our herbs. I'm missing one ingredient, some garlic. Okay, you could generously put some. Okay, that should be good. Okay, I'm gonna go in with both hands and just kind of massage all of our ingredients in. Make sure everything is incorporated and distributed evenly. And to this, I'm gonna add our goat cheese I have sliced, and the goat cheese all have cranberries on them already. So this you could get in your supermarket. It normally comes, you could find it at this time of the year pretty much anywhere. So we're just gonna put some on every layer before we finish up on Thai. So I think I have enough here. Get some more of that cranberries in there. And I'm not putting it all the way in the corners because I don't want it to like pop out. All right, so we need a little bit more garlic here, Aiden. And then I'm just gonna rub that in with our mustard and thyme, rosemary, sage, everything in there. And then we'll just keep putting our cheese with cranberry. It's an even layer. And that's all of it. All right, it's time to fold everything in, and then we're gonna tie it. I want to make sure that my cheese is not stuck in the bottom. So into our pan, I'm gonna put, I have some apples chopped up that I'm gonna put in the bottom. This apple and pork go really well together. It brings out a lot of flavors. I'm also gonna add some slices of oranges and kind of tuck it underneath. We're gonna go in with a little bit more seasoning on the top. Make sure we get everything in there, and then we're gonna drizzle with some olive oil. And that is it. It's time to wrap this baby up and tuck it in the oven at 375 degrees for like an hour and a half. And we're going to keep checking it with our temperature probe. We want it to be at 160 degrees. Should be well done. So let's get this in the oven. Just bringing it closer. And I'm still going to cover it as well. I just want to keep the oranges and all those ingredients closer to our loin, so all the flavors is kept together. And then we're going to cover with another piece of foil wrap. So to that, we'll add some water in the corners, not really on top of our pork, but in the corners. Do both sides. Yep, and if you don't want to use water, you could use some stock, chicken stock, or just regular vegetable stock is fine. All right, our pork tenderloin is looking really good. Just want to get some gravy on there and some color, and then it's going to be time to pull this back out of the oven, which as you could see, it's looking delicious. Next step is to go ahead and get this cut and placed in our platter, which Derek is doing the honors for me. I have to say, everybody's been chipping in between Derek and the boys. Everything's been working out smoothly, so very thankful. All right, everything is looking and smelling delicious, and that is it for our pork tenderloin. We're gonna move on to the next dish. All right, time to season our leg of lamb. I already have it clean, so let's get it on the board. It's been draining in a, what do you call the draining thing again? A what?
No.
Colander. Colander. Not like a calendar, but colander. Right?
Yes.
All right. So we need to season. So because my hands are touching, Aiden, you're going to go ahead and salt generously. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Pepper. Garlic. The minced garlic first. Right there. Or don't let it touch. That's good. That's good. So with lamb, you want to put a lot of garlic in there to take away all that gamey smell and taste. Oh, I kind of used all of it up already. Sorry, I'm gonna need more. Awesome. So I'm gonna use I'm using the minced garlic, and also I have fresh chopped garlic, which we're gonna put later on. So next we're gonna put some Dijon mustard, but it's aioli garlic Dijon mustard. So we have another layer of garlic. And I'm just going to rub this in, make sure we have a nice even coat everywhere. I'm going to make sure we get our sides as well, not just the inside. Just want to make sure you get in every little crevices so everything is nicely seasoned. Okay, all right, let's start pouring some of the fresh herbs. We have sage, thyme, rosemary, and some fresh chopped garlic. So Aiden, do the honors. Now we're going to try to fold it back into the leg shape that it came in and tie it. And then we could put some seasoning on the outside. Okay, so I want to figure out how we could do that without spilling our... I think that was pretty good. What do you think? Okay, Derek, you want to help us with the tying so we could make sure we get it the right way? Open it bigger. So we'll go from under. Okay, that was a little challenging. So now it's time to season the outside a little and then set this in the fridge and let it marinate for a good 48 hours before it's time for cooking. Okay, so basically we're just coating some salt, pepper on the outside along with some garlic and mustard, and then we're gonna sit this in the fridge. We did prep this 2 nights before the day of our party, so all of this made everything work out so much better and smoothly for us. So we just had to put it in the oven and that was it. This was a 7-pound leg of lamb. It cooked for about 2 hours. We kept checking our temperature and it's perfectly cooked. As you could see, it's so soft and moist. Everything came out perfect. And then I went ahead and prepared a gravy with the reduction that was inside of the baking pan by simply adding in some lemon juice, rosemary, Greek yogurt, and mix that all together and then gently pour it over. And there it is, all finished, and we're moving on to some side dishes. Starting with an arugula salad, I wanted the reed shape, so I placed a bowl in the middle as I assembled my red onion, some tomato that I cut in halves, and some beets. And then we're going to finish with some olive oil and balsamic vinegar that we just drizzle over. And final item is going to be some feta cheese. So we're going to set this aside and on to the next. All right, our mac and cheese is on the way. We have some elbow already boiled, and in our bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and mix all of our ingredients in here first before I put it in our baking sheet. So I'm gonna start with salt, of course. Not too much because cheddar cheese is pretty strong. And we're gonna do some black pepper, some paprika, oh, I think we're out of paprika, guys. Nutmeg. That's there, right? 2 pounds of pasta. I think, oops, that should be enough. Then we're gonna add in 2 cans of evaporated milk. Everything out. I'm gonna add in maybe 2 cups because it's a lot. 2 cups of regular milk. And give this a mix. We don't want a dry mac and cheese, so I'm gonna average out our milk portion and add some more if I need to. I'm gonna add some panko in and then again at the top, on the top before it goes in the oven. I have about half a cup of sharp cheese, and then we're going to add in another 2 pounds. And all of this is going in. And I'm going to give this a quick mix. And it feels a little dry, so I'm going to add a little bit more milk. Another cup of milk. Okay, and our last ingredient is some chili powder. I normally like to use the cayenne pepper, but I don't have any. We are out of cayenne pepper, so some chili powder will do. And you put as much as you want that you're comfortable with. I think we're good. Ready to go in the baking sheet. Okay, let's get another bowl. All right, so we have way too much mac and cheese for this pan. Okay, I guess we're gonna have a lot of leftover. But that is it for the mac and cheese. I'm gonna sprinkle some panko on the top of it, and it goes in the oven. Keep an eye on it. You don't want to burn your mac and cheese. And if you feel like it's a little dry, you could always add a little bit of milk in it, and it should be fine. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put our panko, and that's it. All done, ready for the oven. Okay, moving on to our next dish, which is a sweet potato soufflé with the meringue topping. This is such a simple recipe. I pretty much just roast my potatoes, smash them up, and mix in some nutmeg, heavy cream, brown sugar, a pinch of salt and pepper, and then set it back in the oven for like 5 minutes before adding our topping. All right, so I took our mashed sweet potato back out. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the meringue on it. This is so simple to make. All you need is some egg whites and sugar and whip it together. This is just gonna elevate this sweet potato to that next level that we're looking for when you're hosting a nice party or dinner and you just wanna, level up your cooking. Definitely the way to go. I don't want to press it in too much. I'm just lightly spreading it on the top. So, and I wanted to have that rustic look, so that is it. And this just goes back in. So we could get some color on it, and then we are good. Okay, and that's it for our sweet potato souffle, and then we move on to our next side. All right, we've sauteed our green beans. It's just basic green beans with salt, pepper, olive oil, some garlic, and red onions, and just assorting it on our platter. And then I made a sauce. And in my sauce, I have some olive oil, garlic, some lemon juice, salt, pepper, and some yogurt, Greek yogurt. And then we're going to finish with some feta. I'm going to try to pour this way so we could get a little bit of everything. Yeah, it is. Well, the green beans is very warm because it just came off the stove. So this is dripping down pretty well. Gonna drizzle a little bit of feta on the top, which I'm losing. Just a nice drizzle of our pomegranate. And there you have it. Our green beans is finished and it looks and tastes delicious. Okay, moving on to our cornbread. We're using the Jiffy Box cornbread mix. Just adding in 3 eggs, some milk, and just whip all of that together. And then to that, we're gonna add in some fresh grated nutmeg to give it that holiday taste. And then finish our pan off, get it all buttered up so we could get that poured in before finishing with some honey on the top, which is the best part in this dish. That honey just makes everything so moist and delicious, along with that nutmeg flavor. Just want to mix all of that in. We finish our cornbread with some melted butter, cinnamon, and brown sugar, and went ahead and made a bunch of other treats that did not make it in this video, but I will be uploading a dessert video soon that would have all of that in there. I wanted to take this moment to say thank you for watching this video, for liking, sharing, supporting. Aiden and I are having so much fun in the kitchen. I promise he's going to get comfortable and be speaking more soon, but for now, I want to personally thank all of you for your continued support. These desserts are looking amazing, and I will be uploading the full recipe to them soon. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend. All of these dishes are perfect for the holidays. I hope you try them. Let me know in the comments if you did or not, or what you would be doing different. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.